Hello, prospective students. We're going to go ahead and go over some of the processes in searching our catalog and articles and databases. First, we're going to go ahead and start with just the launch page of the Merrill-Cazier Library. The web address for that is library.usu.edu, and it will send you to this home page where we can start our search. There's two main boxes, as you can see, or one main box rather. There's one main box on the main page, and this is good. As you can see on the main page, we have a box to search books, articles, news, images, everything basically. What you should know is this box actually searches everything that the library can get a hold of, not necessarily what is actually in our stock. So actually we're going to go ahead and start with just browsing the library catalog first. So we'll go ahead and click on that tab. Alright, and this kind of takes you to the main search. From here we can search whatever you're looking for. So let's go ahead and search a popular title. I'm going to go ahead and search Origin of Species. Alright, and so we're going to get a list of different responses. There are 4 entries with that title. You can look over here, or we can look up specific ones that are individual as well. So let's go ahead and click on just that first, because we have 4 different entries on that. Alright, so this gives us a video cassette that is available. The book, Darwin's Origin of Species, and that is actually a biography. And then there's also the Origin of Species as an ebook, a different one for On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection. Another thing that's kind of nice is to get an idea of like what else is next to the book that you're looking for on the shelf. So for example, if we were actually looking up this as a biography and we want to see, okay, what other biographies there are by or about Darwin, we can click on this near call number. And this will show basically all the other Library of Congress call numbers that are close to it. So you can kind of browse the section. Once again, you get a bunch of titles. And yeah, give you kind of an idea of what's actually on our physical shelf. Alright, let's just go ahead and let's do a new search. So that was by title. That's if you actually know the specific title, but maybe you just want to use a keyword. And if this is the case, then it's going to get a lot more hits and responses. But maybe that's a good thing, is to broaden your search. So if we were to search maybe just evolution, and yeah, we're going to get quite a bit of a search results. But yeah, once again, it's a great way to kind of browse, just kind of a general subject or something like that. So for example, if we like the structure and evolution of invertebrate nervous systems, and that's kind of more of what we're looking for, we can click on that. Here it kind of breaks down the title and other pertinent information, including status, to see if it's checked out. One thing that is really nice to use is Library of Congress subject headings. So down here we have the subject invertebrates and nervous systems. So that's kind of the general subject of this book. So if you want to search something that's maybe somewhat similar to invertebrate nervous systems, we can go ahead and click on that. And from here, we can kind of see more entries. So yeah, these looks like there's 10 for that specific Library of Congress subject heading. There's also invertebrates physiology. It looks like there's 20 entries for that as well. So let's go ahead and go with the original kind of search that we were having with invertebrate nervous systems. And here we have a wealth of different titles regarding specifically on that invertebrate subject. So yeah, we start broad and we can kind of narrow in our searches, and that's one way to do it. We're going to do one more search for our physical catalog, and this will kind of illustrate more of the advanced options. Alright, to our right we have more searches as a drop-down option, and here we can really narrow things down even more by doing advanced and then clicking the arrow. From here we can add in maybe a title, and then maybe an author as well. And basically just really narrow it down to exactly what we want. You can even add limits to limit to exactly what is in our library, or maybe like a specific location such as the special collections, or a different library on campus such as the Quinney Natural Resources Library or the Moore Library. You can also limit what the material type is. So if you only want books, or maybe looking for, let's see, projected medium. I'm trying to scroll down here. I've got a really sensitive mouse. But you can basically search through things like DVD or VHS if you're looking for a film or something like that instead of a book. And then yeah, narrowing it down even further by language. So that's a way to do some advanced searches to get some laser specific results. Next we're going to focus on searching databases. So let's go ahead and head back to the library main website. Alright, we're back at the Merrill-Cassirer Library's main website, and from here we're going to go ahead and search some articles and databases. Instead of using this main box again, I'm going to narrow it down by searching specifically for articles and databases. I should kind of mention that this box actually searches everything, so not only the stuff that is in the library, but also other various articles and databases that we subscribe to. So it will search everything, which is kind of a good thing, but sometimes you want to narrow it down. In this case, we're going to go ahead and narrow it down by clicking articles and databases. Alright, so from here we can kind of keep things a little bit broad and then zone in on exactly what we're looking for. So we have all of these different subjects and all the various databases within those subjects. So let's go ahead and do, I don't know, environment and ecology. How about that? And then you can click on that and you can see key resources within that defined subject. And one thing we can do is maybe just search environment, science, and pollution management. Why not? That sounds interesting. So from here we can search all sorts of things like, let's just do symbiotic bacteria, why not? And so from here, this is just going to show like keywords within that. So once again, it's not necessarily refining a search or anything like that. Most of these searches have availability to modify the search as well to get more detailed into what you're actually looking for. In fact, yeah, up here in advanced search is kind of what I was looking for. Once again, it's kind of the same thing as the advanced search in the main catalog, where you can create different specific things and then narrowing it down by source, document, and language. This is through ProQuest. There are various other ones that you can be searching through, so let's go back. And maybe we want to search a little bit more vague. Instead of clicking different subjects, what you can do is also just kind of start in a quick search in Academic Search Premier, which is it's an aggregate search engine of various popular titles. So you can basically search by choosing specific databases. Academic Search Premier will kind of give you a general idea of different articles, but you can narrow it down further by specific journals. So let's go ahead and do some library information, science, and technology abstracts. And let's kind of search something, I don't know, let's do digital media labs in case we want to search on how to set up a digital media lab in a library. We get some responses right off the bat. We can narrow it down even more by limiting it. Full text is really handy because that will limit it to just PDFs like what we have available. Publication date's extremely handy because a lot of the times you don't want a journal more than 5 years old. So you can limit down from 2011 to 2016. You can even narrow down the subjects, and this is using those Library of Congress subject headings as well. So we can just slim it down to digital media. And yeah, it seems pretty limited, as instead of having thousands of search results, we only have 11, which is great. So if you just go ahead and click on it, you can read a quick abstract on what you're looking at, including some of those Library of Congress subject terms, which are very handy, and kind of where the source and where we're getting that from, in case you want to maybe look up some other things as well. And then the big thing, of course, is having the PDF available for download. Another thing to keep in mind is you can cite your articles. I caution using this just because a lot of times it's not 100% accurate, but it's a good starting place to go if you need to cite the article. So you can just go ahead and select all of those, copy paste, and throw it in your document. So this concludes our search tutorial of the Merrill Cazier Library. If you use these tools, you can provide better research. So this concludes our brief tutorial on searching the Merrill Cazier Library's resources. Thanks for watching.